friends, welcome again back to a new tutorial. How you all doing, guys? Hope you're good, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful dormant sleeve handkerchief flare dress, and I'll be making use of this crepe fabric. Yes, guys. So without wasting much time, let's do this. So this is my half length cut. I'm cutting for the half length first, and you can see I have both two pieces here, one for the front and one for the back. Okay, so now the thing is I want mine to be a little bit loose, so I'm not going to be having a zipper space. So if you want yours all fitted, please by all means have a zipper space for that. Okay, yes. So going ahead now, what I have here is just for both the front and back, like I said, and for the half length I'm making use of about 16.5 inches. So I just added extra 1 inches for joining allowance at the top and the bottom, and that made it 17.5. So for my width here, what I have here is 22.5. Okay, 22.5 is enough. Remember, it's a dormant sleeve, so it's going to be enough for me. So the first thing I'm indicating is my shoulder width divided by 2. Then from that point, I indicated the actual length of my sleeve, which is about 10 inches. Okay, 10 inches is enough. Then from there, I will now indicate 3 inches. So this 3 inches is what I will use for what? My turn up sleeve. Okay, turn up effect. So I'm just trimming out the excesses that I don't need, and that's just it. Now at that tip there, I'll come down by 1.5 inches, and that's what I'm going to use for my slope. Okay, then at the very end there, I'll also mark 3 inches there. So all I need to do now is to connect it all, and that will give me what? My slope right there. That's just it. Okay, yeah. Now from that edge there, I'm going to be using a neck width of 6 inches. So if you're on the big side, you can make it about 7 inches is fine. If you're on the slim side, 6 inches is okay. In fact, when I was done, I felt I should have even done it in about 7 inches, but it was still okay. Okay, 6 inches is width is okay. Then for the neck depth, I'm using 3 inches. So this is going to give it what that's a mono strap effect, so it will just fall to one side. Okay, that's just the idea here. 6 inches in width, 3 inches in depth. If you're on the big size, you can do 7 inches in width. And that was it. Now for the sleeve opening, I made use of 11 inches. So if you're on the slim side, 10 inches is also okay for the sleeve opening, but I used 11 inches. And of course, I extended that line to my to make it my chest line. Okay, yeah. So on that chest line, I'm going to fix in my bust circumference. I'm working with 38 divided by 4, and that is 9.5. 38 divided by 4, 9.5. Then I went ahead to add about 3.5 inches. Okay, so this is going to include both the sewing allowance and also the ease that I want. Okay, now this totally depends on what you want. So going ahead to create my armhole curve right there, you can see that, create my armhole curve, and that was it there. Now for the waistline, my waist was 36 divided by 4, and that was 9. So I went ahead to also mark that down there, 9 inches, and I also added that 3.5 inches extra that I was using, and I went ahead to mark that. So I just adjusted the sides there, and guys, we're done. It was that simple, guys. We're done with the drafting, guys. All I needed to do was to go ahead and cut this out. So guys, at this point, if you've not subscribed to my channel, okay, take your time now and hit that subscribe button. Okay, subscribe, like, and share with friends. I'll appreciate this a lot. Please don't forget to do that. Don't just watch and go. All right, subscribe, like, and share. That's all, guys. Okay, I'll really appreciate this. Thank you so much. So when I was done, and this is what we have, easy peasy, easy, right? And our top is ready. So all I need to do now is to go ahead and cut for the lowest part. So by the time you open this up, you can already see what you have. So I'm just going ahead to mark out the wrong side so that I just mix it up. Then I'll measure what I have now on that waistline now so that I can cut for the lowest part. And when I did, I had about 25 inches. That's what I have there, 25 inches. So moving over now for this lowest part, you can see I have my fabric folded into 4. By the way, I have a tutorial on how to cut different kinds of flare, from 180 degree, 360 degree, 720 degree, 1083 degree. Honestly, guys, that tutorial is detailed. If you watch that video, you will know how to cut any kind of flare that you want. So it's already up on my channel, you can go ahead and watch that. And of course, I'm using just one of those methods to cut out this one. For this is a circular what 360 handkerchief flare, right? Yes. So now remember it was 25 inches, right? For we measure there, and of course that 25 for the front and back, that makes it 50. So I'm dividing my 50 by 6.28, and when I approximated it, I had 8 inches. So the 8 inches now is what I'll use to measure my circumference. So going ahead to measure 8 inches from that tip right now, you can see this now, measuring it all the way. Then I'll go ahead now and connect my curve together. So this is a flare. Like I always say, there's tendency that you might have a little bit of excesses, but of course going ahead to measure what I have on my curve, I had about 12.5, which by the time you multiply it by 4, we already have that 50 that we needed. And there's still tendency that it might still you still be more than that 50 a little bit. Now for the full length of this gown was 40. Now remember the half length was 16.5, right? Yeah, so 16.5. So I took away what I have here left over was 23. So I'm supposed to have 23.5 inches left, okay? So because my fabric was already at the end, so I now took away 0.5 inches again from this already curved out curve. So I just went up a little bit by 0.5 inches. There's nothing to be confused about. Remember, I already said that we are likely to have excesses on the flare. So it was okay for me to just go up by 0.5 inches to make up what for my desired length, okay? Yes, so by the time you now measure everything, now you can see that I have about 31 inches there. So this 31 inches now, I will now use it to make a curve round all the way. So I'll start marking my 31 inches all the way. So when I was done now, you can see already have our curve, and like this is good to go if you're cutting out for your flare, right? You're just good to go to cut it out this way. But of course, we're making what? A handkerchief flare. So what I'm going to do now is to make a center line. So I'm going to use my ruler from that edge there. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm going to align my ruler now so that we can get the center point. Very easy. Just make sure you place it like so, and I'll go ahead and make a straight sketch like so. You can see what I'm doing. Just go ahead and make a straight line. I'm trying to use my chalk to draft it very well. Sorry for my freehand sketch there. Just make sure you make a straight line there, okay? So once you've done that now at that point of that line, you're going to move out by about, say, 5 to 8 inches is fine. 5 to 8 inches is fine, but I'm going to make use of 8 inches, okay, to create what that handkerchief effect. So I'll see now from that line there, I'll mark out 8 inches. So I'll indicate that point now. So once I've indicated that point, I'll also use my ruler to extend that line outside that curve, as you see me doing. So now that I've done this now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to now blend it. From that point, I'll make a line to the edge. I will do the same thing to the other end. Just follow through what I'm doing. It's a very easy thing there. You can see this now. And of course, I'll repeat the same thing to the other side as well. So once you've done this, guys, we're done. We've just created what? That handkerchief effect there. And that's it, guys. So just go ahead now and cut through this out, and our handkerchief flare will be ready. It's that simple, guys. So going ahead now to cut through this out. So guys, if you've not subscribed, come on, this is the time. So take your time now and hit that subscribe button. Just hit the subscribe button, okay? Yes, guys, remember to on the bell icon, so this will always help you get notified whenever I upload my weekly content on this channel. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you as always. Don't forget that. Please don't just watch and go. Don't just watch and go. Like, share with friends. This will go a long way to help this channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, guys. So you can see we're done with the flare cuts now. You can see what we have. This is looking all good. So I'm just going to go ahead now and slit these two sides open, okay? Remember, we are joining for both the front and the back. So that's why I'm slitting the two pieces so that we can just have it in two pieces. So one will go for the front and the other for the back. But I'm going to make a center point there. You can see me folding it into two just to notch the center point right there. So this is just going to help our our sewing to be very easy. So once I've achieved that, and we are good to go. Our flare is ready, guys. Now for the top, we're just going to go ahead and finish it up. I'll go ahead and use my facing. I'll cut out a facing for that. Then after the facing, then I'll go ahead and join it. I'll join the shoulder. After joining the shoulders, then I'll also go ahead and hem the sleeve end there. Remember that 3 inches we have? I'll go do that now and I'll come back to show you. And when I was done, guys, this is what I have. You can see the hemming of the sleeve there. And of course, you can see the shoulder joining, everything neatly done. Now, to create the turn up effect, I'm going to now make a fold inwards like so. You can see what I'm doing. You make a fold in such a way that that hem line, you can only see it from the inside. You can see this. So once you've achieved this fold, in order to put it in place, you're just going to top stitch. You top stitch in such a way that you top stitch along that shoulder joining. You can see I'm using my pin to hold that through, and that's the only stitch you're going to do. The other side will be left open. You just give it a very good press afterwards. That's just it. Repeat the same thing for the other side of the sleeve like so. Just use your pin to hold it down. That's where you're going to top stitch. After that, give it a good press and we're good to go, guys. That's it, guys. So once you're done now, you can now go ahead and attach the flare. Okay, remember we already notched the center of the flare, right? Yes, I'm going to do the same thing for the top as well. Just go ahead and fold it to get the center point as well. So this just makes your sewing very easy. Just make sure that the center points align each other properly, and you go ahead and sew from one point to the other end and the other end as well. And so when I was done, guys, this is what I have. Looking all beautiful. You can see the turn up effect is already there. You can see this, guys, the neckline, everything neatly done. Okay, now the next thing, of course, to do now is to go ahead now and bring everything together. Okay, just bring the front and the back piece together. Just align it properly. After that, you just go ahead and sew from the armhole point all the way straight down, and repeat the same thing for the other side as well. Finally, you can go ahead and hem. So for the hemming, is quite easy. Remember, it's a handkerchief, so you always have the straight lines, breaking from one point to the other. Just keep following the straight lines and keep hemming, and that's just it. Guys, we're done, and this beautiful outfit is ready. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you find this helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share with friends. I'll appreciate this a lot. To my subscribers, you guys are amazing. You know that. Thank you so much. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.